You've probably heard it all by now. Post shorts every day or you get left behind. Long form is dead unless you're already big. It is a mess out there, and if you're trying to grow on YouTube in 2025, it's easy to feel like you're playing a game without a rule book. It starts to get really frustrating, but here's the truth that most people skip over. Shorts and long form aren't in competition. They're built for completely different purposes, completely different outcomes. And if you're trying to build a real audience or even a business, then knowing how and when to use each format is key. In this video, I'm going to break down the actual pros and cons of both, teach you how to decide which one to start with based on your goals, and give you a step-by-step strategy beginners can actually run with even if you've never posted a video before, so make sure you keep watching. Let's stop pretending shorts and long form are the same sport. They're definitely not. Shorts are like speed dating. You've got 15 to 60 seconds to grab attention and make sure someone wants more. And then long form is like the real relationship. People will sit down, they'll get comfortable, and decide if they trust you or not. And YouTube knows this too. Shorts are scored against other shorts. Long-form videos compete with other long-form video content. So if you're trimming clips from your 10-minute video and expecting it to work on shorts, that's probably why it flops. Now let's talk about the pros of using shorts. They are really quick to create. You don't need to really script them. You don't need an expensive studio or an editor. Shorts can be made from start to finish really in under 30 minutes. Many creators shoot them on their phones. I know I do. And then you can slap some auto captions, which you can use or get them from CapCut, and post straight from the app. It's fast, unfiltered, and perfect for if you want to build momentum when you're just starting out, and you don't need to be perfect. You just get practice along the way. They're also very low pressure with shorts. There's little emotional investment per post, and if it flops, who cares? You're on to the next one. This is a huge mental unlock for beginners who overthink long form videos, which is a huge problem I had as a creator. It's a space where you can experiment, find your voice, and get real data without the creative drain that comes from higher effort, long-form content. And then a huge pro is the insane discovery potential that you get. Shorts don't require a large subscriber base. They're shown to cold audiences based on topic and engagement, not channel size, which is perfect, right, if you're a small creator. I've seen creators go viral on their second or third video just because of the hook really just hitting and resonating with people. And the algorithm favors tight, high retention clips, and that means anyone can win, right? It's an even playing field for everyone, even without polish or prior presence. The next pro is better watch time ratio. Shorts often land between 60 to 80% watch through rates. That's a massive signal to the algorithm. Compare that to long form, where it's 30 to 50%, where that's considered good. This allows your early videos to perform well while you're still figuring things out. It builds momentum fast and actually teaches you what holds attention in real time, which is key if you want to become bigger on YouTube. The next pro is cross-posting equals smarter growth, right? One 45-second vertical video can live on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, on Facebook, and even Pinterest Video. That's one idea for 5 totally different platforms. You don't have to create more, you just have to syndicate smarter. Early creators win by squeezing more juice out of every single piece of content, and I want you to remember that. Now, with the cons that come to shorts and why they don't always work, the first one is no depth equals no trust. You've got literally seconds to make a point, and that's really enough to build credibility or explain a nuance. Shorts are great at attention, but not so great at building that real connection. Viewers may remember the clip, but not you, and that makes it hard to grow a loyal community or convert viewers into subscribers, leads, or most importantly, sales. And then the next con is trash monetization. 100,000 views might earn you like a couple bucks through shorts revenue sharing, whereas long form with the same views could earn a couple hundred to 1,000 or more depending on the niche. And shorts are not built to pay. They're a tool to be leveraged into something else. Email signups, long form views, or product awareness. not a path to standalone income. So that's why you do need to have other types of content. The next con is short shelf life for shorts. Typically, they have about a 48-hour to 72-hour window of exposure, and if it doesn't pop early, it gets buried. And then that's kind of a contrast to the long form videos, which can pick up steam through search or suggested months later. Shorts also burn bright and fast, but that means you're constantly on this treadmill posting just to be seen and heard, and that can become really exhausting. The next con is low conversion power. Even if your call to action is clear, most viewers swipe before clicking. Comments, likes, subscribers are rare unless your content is unusually sticky. Shorts are often passive consumption. Viewers are swiping while they're in bed or in line at the grocery store or half watching while multitasking. They may enjoy the content, but they really take action on it. So that's a big con I think a lot of people struggle with. You can't build a business on just shorts. That viral 100,000 view short, it likely won't grow your email list, sell your offer, or build your client base. Shorts are more for visibility, but not necessarily for traction. And if you're building a business, you need deeper formats that allow you to educate, nurture, and convert, essentially. And shorts spark curiosity, but long form, I would say, builds that trust that closes the deals and gets you to where you really want your brand to go. All right, quick pause. If this is connecting and you're serious about growing your channel the right way, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I break down this stuff every week, real strategies, no fluff, so you're not stuck guessing what works. Next is long form pros. You're able to monetize your content a lot better with long form content. Longer content equals more ad slots, better retention metrics, and stronger viewer intent. That means better CPMs, more brand deals, and smarter affiliate placements. But the real win is actually long-form viewers that are more likely to take non-monetized actions like joining your email list, applying for your coaching, or even purchasing your product, right? So not just relying on ad placements. You build actual fans. A 7 to 10 minute video lets people hear your actual story, learn more about you, learn from your perspective, and connect with your energy. And these are the viewers who binge watch your backlog, DM you after watching, and become long-term community members. They don't just like a clip, they actually buy into your brand, which is what we all want at the end of the day. You're building a library, not just a feed, and every long-form video becomes a searchable, evergreen asset. One strong tutorial or case study can drive traffic for years and years to come, and I can personally say that I've experienced myself that. And the more of these that you publish, the more chances you give YouTube's algorithm to send you free traffic over time. You're not just getting views, you're building leverage with your channel. And it's how you sell, right? Sell, teach, and position yourself. And you need to break down a 3-step framework, share a transformation story, explain a service. You can't do that in a 30-second short. Long form gives you the canvas to actually show depth and build authority, show you in action. And whether you're a freelancer, coach, or a thought leader, this is where you position yourself as that true expert that you want to be seen as on the platform. All right, long form cons. And you probably already know this one, the obvious one. It takes longer to make long form videos between scripting, filming, editing, thumbnails, SEO, you name it. It is just a heavier lift. And one 8-minute video can take an entire weekend. I know because I've been there many times, especially in the earlier days. That makes it easy to stall out without a system or a workflow in place. You might post 4 or more videos and still see no traction, and there's nothing wrong with you. Just remember that I'm saying this to you. This is normal. Long-form success is often delayed and frustrating. The first few months are a lot of invisible work, training the algorithm, improving your on-camera delivery, and building trust with the platform. But when the compounding actually kicks in, it really kicks in, and it can be life-changing. The next con is higher expectations. Long-form viewers are choosier. If your first 15 seconds are slow or unclear, the viewer isn't going to be gone. They're going to bounce. You're not just competing against other creators on YouTube. You're competing against Netflix, unfortunately, Spotify, and Instagram. Your intros, your pacing, and audio editing, all that stuff matters, and mediocre just doesn't cut it in crowded niches. The next con is burnout risk is real. Trying to make weekly videos without a system in place eventually eventually you are going to crash. The mental and creative energy required to do all of this stuff is real and sustainable only if you batch create or delegate. Otherwise, life will get in the way and your momentum will really start to stall. All right, I want to share a quick mindset shift with you guys. Shorts are the spark, think of it like that, and the pattern interrupt, the scroll stopper, and long form video content is essentially the substance, the depth, the reason that your viewers will start to come back to your channel. Shorts help people notice you. Long form helps people remember you. And when someone watches you for 8 minutes, they'll learn to trust you more. They'll start quoting you, they'll visit your site, they'll join your email list, they'll buy your offers eventually. I've got videos from over a year ago still bringing in traffic and leads. That's what leverage looks like, not just virality, but longevity. And most creators, they like the vanity metrics, they're addicted to visibility, being seen, but the real growth comes from building equity. And long form is where that equity actually lives. Now let's talk about a game plan for beginners and what you should actually do. Step 1, start with long form videos for at least the first 8 to 12 weeks and get good at that. Build your voice, build your cadence, build your backlog, and remember that one useful video per week is really all that it takes to really start seeing some momentum. And then step 1A, pick one niche or content type and stick to it. The key is really to be as consistent as possible. Don't get caught up in chasing trends. Start building trust through being consistent and ask yourself, what could I help someone with 12 different times in 12 different ways? Think of your first 10 to 12 videos as a chapter in a book and not random one-offs. That's the key thing right there. And the next step is to follow a simple structure for every video. Your hook in the first 0 to 30 seconds, start with a problem or pattern interrupt. So an example would be, most people fail at blank because they skip this one step. That's your hook, right? And then you go to the main content, which is the next 3 to 7 minutes, deliver 2 to 3 key takeaways and support with examples or visuals. And remember to teach and not just talk or talk at people. And then a call to action in the final 15 to 30 seconds and ask viewers to either watch a related video, join your list, subscribe, or drop a comment or question so that you can build up engagement. And then the next step is to focus on evergreen problems and ask yourself this literally, will this still matter in 6 months? And if yes, that's how you know that it's evergreen and you should film it. Your early content should be search-worthy, timeless, and very, 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 very practical, guys. And then the next step, step 2, is to introduce shorts after you have 10 plus videos. Chop up your best moments into 30 to 60 second shorts, or, create shorts based off of your long form content and use them as trailers for your long form, right? And then always end with a call to action like, if this helped, I break it down fully in this video and point to that long form video to drive traffic there. And then step 3, then you start scaling what works. If shorts bring views but not subscribers, refine your call to action. If long form videos bring subscribers but no views, work on your hook or your thumbnail. And if both perform, congratulations, you've built a system and all you need to do from there is to continue to feed it. All right, as we wrap up here, the key thing to remember is not to chase everything. What wins in 2025, shorts or long form? It's not either or, it's really about sequence. Start with long form, master consistency, build trust and an actual skill, right? Build the skill of making good videos, and then layer in shorts for that additional reach. Creators who play the long game and systemize it always beat those who are just out there to find shortcuts and chase, quick wins. All right, drop a comment if you're starting from scratch or rebooting your channel in 2025. And if this helped, subscribe for weekly videos that actually teach strategy, not just trends. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.